Tony, what's happening?
Nothing.
So, if you guys don't know, Tony and I formed a company called the Capologists. We've been doing some crazy shit together, and the boat has finally docked, and our first batch of hats has arrived. So we wanted to take some time to bring on some of the people that we worked with on some of these projects, give you guys a little bit of insight on, the thought behind each one, the meaning behind each cap, and how we did it. So, Tony, one of the first things I asked you to do was to help me make something for my brother, which was the TF bear, but made it look like my brother. But the second thing I asked you to do is make this. So this is the Rat King. So for people who don't know, a Rat King is like a bunch of rats that either get stuck together, their tails get fucking mashed together, and they kind of like live as a unit. It's kind of weird, but in Chinese zodiac, this year is the year of the rat. So Tony's the king of gore. I wanted to make a hat to kind of show that, I guess, to make a kind of a darker hat. I know most people don't like rats, but I wanted to make a Year of the Rat King hat. So Tony drew up this crazy drawing. We submitted it. The drawing looks like I have the real versions right here. And Tony picked a crazy color on this. I think it was like a russet and gold with black. And we kind of went nuts with it. So this is what it looks like. Shout out to Kevin. Kevin took some crazy pictures. Yeah, that knot there is kind of interesting. But we wanted to fit a bunch of crazy rats on this hat. I don't know. Tony, what did you think when I asked you to do this?
I love the idea, actually. To me, I've always actually had a weird infatuation with the Rat King.
Okay.
Because if you've ever seen a picture, it's bizarre. I mean, what happens is the rats all live together, and they live in such close quarters that their tails get tangled and knotted up together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in the middle, there's a knot, and then all flaying out are the rats, and they're all stuck together.
Yeah.
And you usually don't see them alive. You usually see photos of dead ones. And so when you asked me to do it, I was all over it. I couldn't wait to do it.
Yeah. This was a fun hat. So for those who ordered one, I've already boxed them all up. There's no extras, but we may have a surprise for you guys at the end of the show.
Love that side flag too, that two-color.
The two-tone? Yeah. You like the two-tone, eh?
Nice.
And then the side, so I'll just show you guys really quick. We put the Chinese character for rat, and then the year 2020. And then on the back, we got the tail, which is like a Rat King, RK. So shout out to you. I think this was like one of our first projects. Oh, and everyone who ordered and paid on time, this is a lesson for you to pay your fucking bills on time. You get a free pin.
Yeah.
Listen, the first time when I was working in New York City for, this was years ago for the first time, I was crossing 59th Street and going over towards Central Park. And I was with a couple of buddies, and I saw this creature run by my feet. And I thought it was a squirrel. I'm like, God, that was a big squirrel. It was a rat.
Oh my God.
Those things are one of the scariest creatures on the face of the earth, but you somehow made that hat look badass.
Yeah,
that makes me less afraid of a rat. But respect. Cool ass hat, man.